should cause me to have gas. Oh, and it's so late. Oh, we're starting now? Hello, and welcome to Giggles and Gays, the podcast where we talk about whatever we want to. I'm Alan.
I'm Larry.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're gay.
Sorry about his gas comment at the beginning.
Sorry, he didn't point at me until I'd already said the gas comment. What I meant to say is that I've had it, but I haven't had anything that would require. You guys don't really care, so we're going to go ahead and continue. Welcome to Giggles and Gays. This is the second episode of 2021.
Hooray.
So far, we made it.
It's still a new year.
Still a new year. So this is 4 plus 7 is 11.
It's 11.
We just have 9 days until Trump is no longer our president.
Hooray!
Woo woo! Bye, Don. Woo woo! All right. So welcome. I'm so glad you guys are still with us. Let's hope you're still with us.
Not after that.
Yeah, not after that. But yeah. So, how's everybody doing?
Doing really well.
I'm not gassy, so thanks.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, has everyone had a good day so far?
It's been beautiful.
It's been a beautiful, I don't know, the holiday season and plus has been really pretty here in Florida. Mm-hmm. You know another thing that's really pretty?
What? What's really pretty?
Our Man Crush Monday.
Who is it?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
I mean, you already know because we all kind of discussed it.
Well, because we're all in this together.
What?
Get your head in the game. Come on.
Stop. I was trying to think of another song you sang.
Come on, I'm breaking free over here. I'm soaring.
Flying, even.
Zac Efron. I was trying to think of his Greatest Showman song, and I couldn't.
This is the greatest show.
So everybody, our Man Crush Monday for the second week in January is Zac Efron. He did that one with the girl that's on the trapeze with Zendaya.
If we could rewrite
the stars. What's the one with Hugh Grant? The one where he's where he
Hugh
convinces
Grant?
him.
Yeah, where
he convinces him to. Not
Hugh
Hugh
Grant's
Grant.
not in that movie.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
A former Man Crush Monday, and you got it wrong.
We just watched music and lyrics recently, and Hugh Grant's in that one.
It's a song where he's talking
On the other
about,
side?
Yeah, the other side.
The other side, yeah.
Yeah, but it's Zac Efron. You are currently our Man Crush Monday. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful, beautiful pictures. Ooh, no, Baywatch. I'm sorry.
He was real muscular.
He actually, he came out to say that he did not like his body in Baywatch.
Well, they got him real muscular.
Oh, it was disgusting muscular. I usually like muscular guys, but that was a little disgusting.
Well, especially
for me.
because in film they go through so much. I know it was brought up with The Witcher and stuff for his shirtless scene.
Oh, he's got to be a Man Crush Monday at some point.
When we do the DC stuff.
No.
But
just another time because he's pretty.
Yeah, I don't like Superman, so we'll need to pick a different time for him.
What? He's one of 3 DC characters that I enjoy.
I fucking hate Superman, but we'll save that for another time in our lives.
But they on purpose dehydrate the actors so that the muscles are more prominent instead of being softer.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and it's not healthy, and it's unrealistic, and then so many people want to attain that, and so they get dehydrated, and it's just garbage.
But Zac Efron's still
But Zac
real hot.
Efron has, I think he has come down.
If he wants
from
to be
that.
on the show shirtless, he can be.
But what if he's not with us because COVID? So he
He
wouldn't.
could be shirtless on the video chat.
I mean,
save
And we
it.
can record it.
Oh, Patreon. We'll just all be shirtless.
No, we wouldn't do.
No,
We wouldn't do that for you, to you, Zach.
No. But if you want to come on the show, Zac Efron, please feel free to come on the show.
You can tell us about your experiences.
Yeah, just talk about your
Sing a
experiences.
song for
High
us.
School Musical.
Except you can't sing High School Musical 1 for us because you did not sing that one.
Oh, that's true. He did not. But he sang all the other ones.
But you could do the exclusive of singing all
for
your
us.
songs. Yeah.
Did you see that one? It's in High School Musical 2, where they synced him doing the thing where he was on the golf course to Let It Go.
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh, that was
my
so
God,
fun.
that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but we A, like Zac Efron, and B, we might be talking about some high school and beyond stuff today.
ooh, life part.
Ooh, Life Part 2. You asked for it. You wanted it. You like hearing us talk about our growing up days and our
And Zac
ween
Efron
days.
shirtless.
And, well, I mean, everyone likes Zac Efron shirtless. Most straight men like Zac Efron shirtless. I mean, it's true, though.
Sup, bro?
Sup, man? Dude. Oh, gross. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of talking about our high school time.
So, High school. Let's see here. We kind of talked about who we were in school, but like specifically, who were you in high school? Like I know for myself, that's kind of when I was coming more into my personality. Because in middle school and stuff, I was very shy, very reclusive. And in high school, I was still kind of an introvert, but I also learned how to be like extroverted with other people. And so I was like not the popular kid, but I got along well with most everybody.
Introvert was nothing that would ever describe me in high school.
Does it now?
No, I mean, so I do have my introverted days. Just days where you're just like, I just want to stay home and not talk to anyone. I mean, it's a true statement. Everyone has a little bit of introvert in them these days.
Everybody's
Jeff not
introverted sometimes.
But like I say in my early years in high school, I'd say at least my freshman and sophomore year, and junior year, I would say I was very much pretending to be someone that I was not.
Yeah.
Straight?
Well, yes. Also, like redneck. So
Is that why you're on Farmers Club?
wait, hold on. No, I was in Farmers Club since like 6th grade. Come on, they had cool jackets.
I did want one of
They
those
were corduroy
jackets.
You
jackets.
just get it worse and worse.
I still have the corduroy jacket. It's not, you shouldn't wear it because it's horrible now. But no, my freshman year, us coming off of Christmas. You know what I asked my parents for Christmas?
The black leather jacket.
No, not my freshman year. My freshman year for Christmas, I asked for jeans and boots. Specifically, Roper boots. Specifically, my parents didn't understand what that was. So I wanted the ones that laced up.
Uh-huh.
But no, they got me leather Roper boots. Jeff, you should see Jeff's face right now. That did not lace up. So they were very honky.
Oh.
And they got me jeans, but the jeans fit me, but were like baggy because they were relaxed fit, which is not the redneck way.
I'm going to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I have ever judged somebody as hard as I am right now.
Yeah.
You can probably feel it coming off.
Oh, yeah. I wore
me.
a lot of plaid, too.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with plaid.
No, tucked into my jeans with the boots
And the
and
fur.
the leather belt.
Guys, this has been Giggles of Gays. I quit.
But that was me freshman year. Sophomore year, I was like, I don't know, I felt like I got a little bit better. I didn't ask for jeans, but I was like kind of like in a more like, I played football then, more football than freshman year. Mm-hmm. And I just got more like, whoa, what? I found I was like a straight bro. Then junior and senior is when I found myself. I morphed into more like of a preppier person, and like I was hella preppy. I was cute though. I mean, at least I thought it was. I also had no idea who I was in general either. When you're trying to hide being gay, it's kind of hard to just know what you want to be. So
Yeah.
I mean, that was high school. Not anymore.
Hello.
I mean, we're on a fucking gay podcast with 3 gay guys.
Whoa, it's the straightest gay podcast you've ever seen.
Well, considering no one's ever seen it.
Because Zac Efron's real hot.
So, Jeff, what about you? I know you've talked about how you were in band and you played football. You varsity lettered. Not football. I'm sorry. You wished you had played football.
No, I played track.
You played track.
Yeah.
You ran track and field?
You ran
And then I
track
played
and
the
field.
long jump.
Now, did you ever do like shot put or anything like that?
God, no. Have you seen these arms? I did long jump.
Sadly.
That's the sand pit.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
I was pretty good at it.
I always thought I was good at track until I did track. And I realized I am good at jumping over hurdles, but I'm not particularly fast, and I cannot jump great distances.
I would never do hurdles because I knew I'd trip and fall and hurt myself.
I did track and field, and I only wanted to do the field part,
Right. Which there are people who only do the field part.
but they still made us run.
Yeah, I
they still
remember
made
that.
us ran. They made us run every single practice.
I remember that.
I lasted a month.
They made our shot putters and stuff warm up. But then after the warm up, they never ran.
No, we had to do at least 2 miles every single
That
practice.
sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. And also do our things that we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quit very, very like quickly. I was very much
I was a
done.
sprinter. The farthest distance I would go
Wow.
was 400 meters.
Good for you.
One lap. I can
That's
do it.
impressive.
I did it in less than 50 seconds.
Oh, wow.
I can do a half mile in 8 minutes.
That's not bad.
I could.
Not good either.
routinely did pretty good in the 300-yard hurdles. because I wasn't great at the sprint hurdles. But the thing was, I could keep going after either clearing them or tripping over them. I could get up faster than the other kids and then keep going. So even though I was slower, I would keep going. And that's how I won.
Ironically, I wasn't good at the 100 because I built up speed. Mm-hmm. That's why the 400 was my best race. Because I would do the 400, I'd blast it, then I'd kind of cruise control in the back and launch myself around, and I'd always pass people at the end.
Oh, that's smart.
It was wild.
But besides track and field, what else did you do? Band. What besides band? I mean, like, because we've already covered that.
Science Olympiad, surprise.
But what was your, I don't know, personality, that kind of thing in school? Did you change year to year, or?
I was just...
You can't see anything that he's doing right now, but he's doing, like, the Peace Bro signs.
I was just... me.
Were you just baby Jeff?
I didn't really do anything weird. I didn't do anything exciting. I didn't do anything crazy. I just hung out with my friends, and it was me.
Now, fun question. Would the three of us be friends in high school?
We might have been, because we both did sports.
I did sports too.
He did sports.
Were you varsity?
No. Because our team, if you had played in our school, you wouldn't have gotten varsity either.
Were sports cool at your school?
Sports were king. If you,
I don't think there's a school around that sports aren't king anymore.
No. In this school, it was not only like if you were in sports, you were like already like cooler than everyone, but you had to be part of one of the like bloodline families who had been there forever, who also did sports.
Which is stupid.
We might have been friends because we were all in musical related stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
That's probably how we would have known each other. We might have known each other because we probably had friends in common who did sports. Mm-hmm. And then we'd all... You've never talked about sports, that's why I don't associate sports with you. But
we're also years apart from each other, too. Like...
Well, no, it would have been... You would have been the year after me. And you probably would have been
be senior, junior, sophomore.
What year did you graduate?
2006.
I'm 2009. So you would have been
I was a senior, you were a sophomore.
Yes. And then he would have been a freshman. So we would have 1 year together, all three of us.
Oh, then we probably would not have been friends.
We would have been friends in band. Because we would have had 2 years together. We would have had 2 years together in band. So we'd know each other.
But I wouldn't have
We would know each other. Because if I was a senior...
No, you would have been a junior.
If I was a you would not have liked me junior year.
I mean,
you didn't like me when you met me, so...
But you might have been different then.
Maybe. Yeah, I hadn't started working at Disney yet, so I didn't have that tude that you didn't like. I don't know. It's interesting to think about it for. I know that Larry and I would not have dated in high school.
Because I was so far in the closet.
Agreed, so was I.
I would have been in Narnia.
I had my first boyfriend senior year of high school.
Oh.
Were you out in high school?
I never said it. I never not said it.
Okay.
I was just me. I was Jeff.
See, that would have been nice.
But I also had girlfriends, so...
Oh.
Well, we saw how that worked.
We never did anything, though.
What? Yeah, I made out with mine. She was very manly, though.
Didn't she end up being a lesbian?
No, that was the one I took to prom 2 years ago.
I took a lot lesbian to prom. She asked me to prom.
Oh. See, I was older.
That was junior year.
And no other girls would go with me. So I asked this freshman.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm going to take her again. So I took her again senior year.
Oh, you're such a nice guy.
Yeah. I paid for a meal. Bought her a corsage.
We'll talk about my senior year prom in private.
Oh, I don't know if I want or not.
No, nothing happened.
Oh, but did you go with a guy?
No.
Oh.
No, I went with a lady.
Lady.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it in private. I don't want to put them on blast on the podcast.
Oh, do they listen to the podcast?
I don't know, but I don't want to be rude.
So what was your
It
first...
wasn't bad. It's just a story.
Oh, is it a story?
It's just a story.
It's a story.
Well, what was your first job in high school or after?
I was we called it a courtesy clerk at my local market, local store. It was like Publix down here, only there was only one of them. So I would bag people's groceries and carry them out to the car for them. We were told not to ask if they wanted to be carried out. We would just carry them unless they said otherwise. People really liked me.
Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
But then I became a frozen and dairy stalker because there was thing open, but lo and behold, I didn't like standing in freezers with my hands getting cold all the time. So when they're like, we know you like doing this, but did you want to be a cashier? I jumped at the opportunity. And I became a cashier.
To be fair, everyone that, whenever we've gone to Colorado, everyone has been like, oh my gosh, Larry. Everyone knew who you were in there.
I need to send postcards like I said I would.
5 years later,
What was your first job?
I worked
Alan.
fast food.
What restaurant?
Hardee's. It's also called Carl's Jr.
I didn't know that they were the same thing.
I did not work until I graduated high school, and I worked during the summer and stuff. But I worked mornings or late nights, and one of my cousins also worked there. He would work late nights. He would never let me be the cashier. He would always make me be the cook, and I hated it. I was so pissed off of him so much. Hated it. But I liked working there. It was fun. I liked working mornings because we didn't have to worry about the owner's kids would make all the food, and then we would just bag it up and stuff like that. And I loved being a drive-through person because I could be like super sassy with them, or things like that. One time I remember it was later in the afternoon. Something happened, and the button stayed on. And this guy, he was real nasty. And I was like, he ordered something, he was real nasty. I was like, yeah, go ahead and pull around, and he didn't pull around. I was like, well, Mr. Hoity-toity, you gonna have this? He goes, excuse me? And I was like, and then nothing happened. And he pulled around. He's like, you got some interference in your intercom. And I was like, weird. Yeah, no, I liked working there. I thought it was super fun. What about you, Jeff?
My first job, I worked at the local pharmacy. It was
Okay.
called the Apothecary.
Oh, that's cute.
I was just a cashier. So I would just, bring up people's condoms and all that fun stuff.
Did they
Oh
have
my
like
gosh.
shakes and stuff there? Like like the old
Like a soda shop.
Like a soda shop, they would also have the pharmacy. It just sounds like a place that would have that.
It was a
Sound
drugstore.
like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like a CVS. It's now
Okay.
a CVS, ironically.
Oh.
But it's like a CVS. So they had like cards and toys and all this stuff. Like
the name just sounds like it would be something like more than just a.
it sounds fancy, but it was not fancy.
Sounds fancy.
So when you said you would ring up condoms for people, I remember I was working late one night as a cashier, and a kid from school who was a total douche came in, and he saw me, and he's like, well, I can't avoid it now. And he walked up and he's like, hey, do you guys sell condoms? I wanted to be like, you don't need to try and impress me. We both know you're not getting any.
It sounds like that thing on Golden Girls where it's like, hey, we need a price check on condoms. So funny.
I wanted to do that so bad. I was like, yeah, they're in the back, but you're going to have to talk to a pharmacy person so they can unlock the case for you.
They were locked?
They were.
Ours
It was them. It was all of the things that should be like super unlocked and super like not expensive, but are because of pharmacies.
That's why people have unwanted pregnancies, because Walmart wouldn't unlock their condoms.
Wait, ours were unlocked. This one time, this old ass lady came up and put the condoms down. And she's like, "Yeah, I still have fun." And I was like, "Okay, can we just
That's
get
not a
through this?"
conversation.
Did your face turn super red? I was like, oh.
I was 17, so it was a little. It was a little awkward.
Did you know that the senior members of our society are the ones most susceptible to STDs?
The Village is Florida.
Yeah, because
They just
go at it in
The
those
Village
senior
of Florida
homes.
has the highest STD rate in the entire country.
Old people still do it. People,
They do it on like golf carts
yeah, they just do
and
it.
trails.
They just do it.
like Parks and Rec.
They just do it.
Parks and Rec.
Oh my gosh,
They
Parks
just
and
do
Recreation.
it.
Literally. How many times are you going to say it? They just do it?
They fucking do it.
Ew. Stop it.
Anyway.
So, just random question. I mean, I know we do random questions a lot. When you were in high school and up until this point in your life, what did you want to be? Like, what was your, goal that you wanted to be?
History teacher.
History teacher?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be an animator for Disney.
I wanted to be a lawyer.
What?
I did. I wanted to be a lawyer.
I mean, you would be good at it.
A farming lawyer.
Actually, I wanted to be a residential lawyer. Not residential, that's the wrong word. Like a home lawyer, like
You can always still be a
mortgage
lawyer.
and stuff like that. Do you want to know what my quote was? You know how when you're a senior, you have to put a senior quote?
What was it?
was law is reason free from passion. Well, know where I got that quote from?
Is it from Law and Order?
No, it's from Legally Blonde.
I was gonna say Grey's Anatomy.
No, I hadn't watched it then.
This is a recent kick.
Yeah, this is a recent kick that I've done kicked all the kicked.
You didn't
Yes,
finish?
he's
Are you caught
great.
up?
I'm completely caught up
Oh,
on
thank
everything Grey's
God,
Anatomy.
I don't have to hear about it anymore.
Oh no, this just means you're going to be hearing
You're
even
just going to hear
more
about
about
it when it comes
so
out.
sorry for you.
It's okay. I get caught up on it because then we'll sit there and watch, and he's like, "Okay, so this happened, this happened, this happened, and that's why this character is mad at that character."
Does he have
I'm
does
"Okay,
he
cool."
secretly while he's about to explain it to you, pull out a giant whiteboard that has all these lines?
No, but he does
like a
pause
crazy
it.
diagram,
He does pause it.
I do. I pause and tell him everything that just happened.
and then an
then he
hour
keeps
later
going.
you can start watching it again.
I do this thing where we would sit on the couch and he would come home from work, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to finish this episode." So just one more episode. Yeah, you're right. 3 episodes later, but he would get caught up in it.
I would cry at the sad parts too.
Like if he
What did you want to be? Did you tell us?
yeah, an animator for Disney.
you did.
wanted to be an anim- I just got
I just
caught
wanted
up
to stop
on
talking about Grey Anatomy
I didn't even bring it up. It was you.
Yeah, you brought
because
it
I
up,
thought you were
Jeff.
going to say you got it from it.
No, I got it from Legally Blonde. Like who in their right mind didn't think I was gay getting a quote from Legally Blonde? I mean, come on. But okay, so I've said why I wanted to be a lawyer. I thought it was fun. But Jeff, what did you want to do? Why did you want to do? Sorry.
What did I want to do?
I don't know. I was actually thinking about how I was going to word what I was going to say, and I forgot. I am so sorry.
He's a history
I have
teacher.
not been doing an active listener. I am very sorry. But why did you want to be a history teacher?
Because I had really good history teachers growing up, and it just seemed fun. And I love history. I still love history.
Were your history teachers the most fun out of all your teachers?
One of mine was a reenactor.
Oh,
One of mine was a reenactor.
He actually sent me. I'll show you the card. He has these old cards from way back in the day, and he mailed out a bunch of people them this year.
Oh, that's cool.
I have one. It's over there. I'll show
That's
you.
cool.
I wouldn't say my history teachers were the most fun teachers I had, but they were the closest to me believing they were real people. Because every other teacher has that teaching voice, and they're like, "Okay, students,
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna do." One of my teachers, he was like, "Literally, we're not gonna talk about religion in this class because I don't want to do that to you." Yeah. And so we are like, "Oh, all right, that wasn't gonna come up." But
My history teachers were also mostly my track coaches. So
That tracks.
except for one, my favorite track coach was the anatomy teacher.
Oh, most of mine were football coaches.
That tracks.
one of mine
Yeah.
was.
Makes sense. I was the entire history wing.
It's
was
either their
all of
history.
them.
Football coaches are either history teachers or
The PE teachers.
PE or sometimes some of the English teachers.
Because they needed a job.
Yeah.
So that way they could coach football.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the basketball coach is always the director of education at the school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they become mayor.
Wow.
That's a story for another time. That's straight up out of a...
Why did you want to become a Disney animator?
Because I've always loved Disney, and I loved the art for Disney and stuff, and I thought for sure that was going to be my calling and my passion. It's actually what got me down here to Florida.
Thank you.
Like,
You're welcome.
there's still a lot of soul searching going on, but
That was the past saying you're welcome.
History.
yeah, that's it's just always I wanted to pass on what I felt watching those films to other people.
What movie made you want to be an animator?
Fantasia.
I could have told you that.
That's why we have a
probably.
Fantasia room.
I mean, there were so many movies that really said hey, you could do this too. But every time I went back and watched Fantasia and the risks that they took and just the artistic movement without words, that just really pushed emotion and storytelling. It was just, that's always what got me.
Did your Chernobog pop come in?
He did, and he's so friggin' cute.
He really is a very cute pop. Both of them. We got the hippo and the Chernobog. They were very, very cute.
Hyacinth Hippo.
They were wonderful.
So, why did you want to be a gay lawyer?
I wasn't going to be a gay lawyer at that time. I was going to be a straight lawyer at that time.
Oh, well, I didn't.
I know, crazy.
When you're in the courtroom, you're straight, but as soon as you get out, hey guys,
So
we won that case.
There was a whole big thing too. I had a plan. So I was a tuba player. I got approached by the Marine Band director to audition to be a Marine tuba player. But then they told me that I also had to pass all the physical things.
I was gonna say,
too.
don't you have to be a Marine to be a Marine tuba player?
Yeah, it was insane. So I was gonna do that, and then I was like, okay, so then I can do things like, be a lawyer. I was like, oh, but then I would have to be JAG, like the show JAG, because they were lawyers for the military. I was like, oh, I could do that, and then I did not pass said physical to even be considered for the scholarship for the Marine Band, because they were going to pay for all my education, that kind of thing, which happens when you get in the military. So then I decided I was going to go to Auburn. Auburn University also approached me about auditioning for their marching band. And I was only going to get a education scholarship, not like a room and board scholarship, which is
Not a full ride.
Not a full ride. I wasn't going to get that for them. So I was like, okay, still want to do law. I want to do I don't know, mortgage law, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's law that deals with property and things like that. Because there was I felt like there was just so many people around where I grew up that got treated so poorly. They would get their land bought up, and that was a time when the Villages was buying up tons and tons of land and just giving these people next to nothing for their land. And that was just something I wanted to do, but then I didn't do anything, so I did not become a lawyer.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to become a lawyer. Lawyers are scumbags. Yeah, so.
Well,
moving on moving on from that lovely comment.
with that mediocre mood that we're in now,
Ooh, mediocre mood.
we might as well go to our Mediocre Monday.
Yeah, Jeff,
Mediocre
let's hear some
Monday.
facts.
So in 1759, the first American life insurance company incorporated, founded by the Presbyterian Synod of Philadelphia.
Wow.
Okay.
In 1908, the Grand Canyon National Monument was created. Became a national park in 1919.
Ooh.
In 1964, the Surgeon General of the United States, Dr. Luther Terry, M.D., publishes the landmark report, Smoking and Health.
Is that when they learned that smoking is indeed bad for you?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, 60 years ago?
Sparking national worldwide anti-smoking efforts.
Wow.
Someone needs to write something about vaping, which is bad for you.
If you were born on January 11th, you were likely conceived the week of April 20th. January 11th
Birthday.
is National Clean Off Your Desk Day, National Hot Toddy Day,
Ooh, hot toddies are
toddies.
good.
National Milk Day,
Ugh.
Secret Pal Day, and Stomping in a Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day, weather permitting. Some birthdays. In 1755, Alexander Hamilton was born.
Alexander.
Hamilton.
I don't think there's anybody else we would know.
Only Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, there's a lot of other people, but whatever. In 1963, there was an earthquake in Sicily, Italy.
Oh, cool. Poor Sicily.
In 1922, Leonard Thompson was the first person to receive an injection of insulin as treatment for diabetes.
Fantastic.
For him, thank you.
Amelia Earhart became the first person to fly solo from Hawaii to California
Wow.
in 1935. In 1949, it snowed in Los Angeles for the first time, that we know of.
Wow.
In January 11th, 2005, the iPod Shuffle was released.
Oh my
that
God.
was my favorite thing.
And in 1955, the WB television network was launched.
Oh, fun.
July 11th, 1991 is the birthday of the fictional Claire Bennett from Heroes.
Okay.
It's a great show.
That was a mediocre one.
Oh, you're a mediocre person.
Rude. You're on a mediocre podcast.
You just hurt your own self.
That's true.
And that's it. So those are some mediocre facts for today.
Monday.
That was nice.
Mediocre Monday.
Mediocre.
That was Burt Reynolds' mustache.
But I think the next logical step from high school is going to be college.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the poll. And I was like, come on, jeez.
No.
Or
That's from
Hooters.
college. Hooters is a delicious place, and it's a family restaurant.
Sorry. Larry and I don't eat at Hooters.
It's a family establishment. But let's talk about college, guys.
College.
How were your guys' college experiences?
It's going well so far. It's going well so far. I mean, I did one semester at Ames Community College for
Is that a
art.
Colorado one?
It's a Colorado one, so that I could get a part into the Disney College program, so I could come down here and stay here forever. And it worked out. that I'm.
And then you met the love of your life,
Yeah,
and then it just has
sorry.
all happened great.
But now I'm going back to school for graphic design, and I'm learning a lot. I wish I had the knowledge and tools that I do for like knowing myself and knowing how I learn and how I work through things. I wish I had these tools that I have now when I went to school in high school, because I feel like I would have done so much better.
I don't know. Mine was, eh.
It was college.
Yeah, it was college. You learn stuff, you do stuff. I had a lot more fun, like, with my friends than I did in actual college. I liked my two best friends still from high school that I still talk to this day. They we did a lot of fun stuff. Went to a lot of football games, Florida State football games, that kind of thing. A lot of interesting things happened, but I don't know. It was college. I hated school. Like, once I got done with high school, I hated school. It wasn't, I don't know, just wasn't for me. I didn't like it. But, yeah, what about you, Jeff?
I mean, it had its good times and it had its bad times.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we were close enough to the city. There was a train station there. So we'd go in and do the student rush tickets for Broadway shows. Mm-hmm. So we'd get them for like $10 to $20. You'd either be in the front row or you'd be in one of the, what are these called?
Mezzanines?
Yeah, no, not the mezzanine.
Balconies?
Balconies.
Now, what was your favorite show that you ever saw during Student Rush?
Next to normal.
Well, I should have known that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Not Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark.
I don't think
That's
that's
a
ever.
fact.
I don't think that's anyone's ever.
We saw a lot of shows with that. We saw Spider-Man. We saw Bye Bye Birdie when it got repraised with Stamos in it.
Okay.
That's where I met him. We saw The Addams Family.
Was that with BB Newirth?
It's whenever it was first.
It was the original one? Okay, so that was a good cast. That was a good cast.
Yeah, Timon was in it. What's his name? I can't remember his name now.
Nathan Lane.
Yeah, Nathan Lane was there.
Nathan Lane, BB Newirth, lots of great people.
We did it when Hair came back.
Oh.
I'd never seen it, so I didn't know what I was in for. We did it with Rock of Ages when Rock of Ages was still out there. God, we did it for so many shows. I won the Wicked Lotto once. Mm-hmm. It was the first time I ever saw Wicked.
So when we go to New York, are we going to do all that fun stuff too?
Yeah. I won the Book of Mormon Lotto.
Ooh.
That when the Book of Mormon first came out, that was real hard to win, but we won it.
Was Josh Gad in it?
Yes. We won the first time Patrick and I ever went to New York City together. He'd never seen a Broadway show, and we won the Aladdin Lotto. So I got to see Aladdin with the original genie.
I've met
so
him.
nice.
He's a wonderful human being. His
we saw
wife was like, threw him underneath the bus so bad. Like, I knew who he was, and she knew that I knew who he was, and I was being like the very good like cast member, like, no idea who he is. I know he's someone famous, but I have to act like I'm. And she's like, you know who he is. You know what he's gonna go back to do. And I was like, yes, I do. I watched when he received his Tony. And she's like. And then it was fun. But yeah, no, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. I know. I've just seen. I've just seen so many shows. Like there's like so many. I can't remember. If I text my one friend who I went to all the shows with, she'd tell me.
That just sounds like fun to just be able to go from your college to
Broadway.
the city on a train.
You had to wake up so early.
But I mean, I can't do that. I would have never been able to do that.
That's also
living
when Sutton
here.
Foster fucking walked into me and didn't say sorry.
We've already had this discussion. Continue moving on. She's a Tony winner.
Print moving
She touched
on.
this shoulder.
Have you washed it?
Nope, never since.
Just that shoulder. I put a hair cap on it every single time.
8 years later.
It's now falling off. Sorry. We should tweet Sutton Foster and be like, I'm going to need you to apologize to us for that right now.
She probably won't.
We're going to make it happen.
Thanks. If
probably
someone can
would.
get me an apology from Sutton Foster, I'll give you my Twitter handle. Surprised I have a Twitter too.
I didn't even know you had a Twitter.
Mm-hmm. How do you think I send you all the Funko Pop stuff? I literally just follow one Funko Pop thing.
Oh, is it the normal? Never mind.
The
We'll
one
talk
I-
later.
yeah. Yes, I have a Twitter. And actually, our Twitter follows us.
Does it? Oh, did you make it follow us though?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it does. Oh, I don't know if it does.
I don't know. We can't tag you in anything anymore.
You might not follow. Do we tweet things?
Every now
All
and
the
then.
time.
Then I definitely don't follow our Twitter. I don't go on Twitter, though.
Well, friends, this has been Giggles and Gays. Jeff is getting fired. It's going to go back to just Larry and I.
I follow the Facebook. Did I make the Facebook? No, you made it,
No,
right?
I mean every social media.
Killed it. What were we talking about? Oh, my
talking
Broadway.
about college.
My Broadway shows. Yeah, it was fun. Just like being able to go into the city because I was friends with theater majors.
Okay.
So she'd always want to go see some new show, or some other show, or some show. And I'd sit there, for $20, I'll go watch a show.
Yeah, of course. I wish we could do that now.
Spider-Man was my idea. Let's be real.
Oof.
Did she give you so much crap for that?
She was like, I really don't want to see it. And I was like, yeah, but it's the last day of next to normal, so we have to be in the city anyway. So we'll watch Spider-Man, and then maybe that wasn't the last day of next to normal. That might have been Alice Ripley's last show.
Did you not see all of the stuff leading up to it?
Spider-Man?
How bad it was?
This was the second version, not the first.
Doesn't matter. They were all bad.
The third version apparently made sense.
I just don't understand how Julie Taymor came from doing Lion King to that.
I think I wrote talked about how I wrote a whole college essay about how shitty Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark was. Did I talk about that?
Yeah, I think you've talked about it before.
Yeah, I got an A.
But just it doesn't make any sense to me. Come on, Julie Taymor.
It was a terrible show.
What
It
has she
didn't make
done
any
since?
sense. Nothing, because she did such a shitty show. I don't know if she's done anything.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up next time.
But- Yeah, that was exciting.
Now, would you redo anything about your college experience?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I went back to school and got another degree.
But would you redo anything? Like,
Maybe I would have done computer science the first time.
so you would redo like a different major?
Yeah, I mean, I never used my history degree. I forget I have a history degree. I do. I have a bachelor's in history and a minor in music.
Wow.
So I use it
Here
now.
you are on a podcast with us.
Creating history as we speak.
Oh,
See,
we're
look at
creating
that.
real history.
Yeah.
What about you, babe?
I know there's a lot of stuff that I would redo in like middle school and high school. As far as like schooling goes, I would have just done better in school.
I would have tried harder.
Because there was so much I tried so hard with, and there was so much that I just, like, I thought because I wasn't good at it, I shouldn't try. And then there was stuff where I was like, I was good at it, so I didn't try when I became bad at it. And yeah, no, I would have redone a lot of that. But as far as my college stuff goes, I don't.
You are getting to redo all that.
I am getting to redo all that.
You are so dedicated. You have been so good with all of this. And
I've been doing
you've
my
been working so
best.
hard. I'm very, very proud of you.
Oh, thank you, my mom.
I just wanted to let you know that.
You're so sweet. What about you, babe? What would you redo?
I would, honestly, and this is the only thing that I can say to college kids out there, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm sorry. I know I added an expletive in there. I stole it from Jeff's vocabulary.
I do not curse.
Oh, you're such a fucking liar.
Whoa!
Anyways, but no, do what you want to do. We just need like a soundboard, and that just needs to be one of the sounds that comes up
Yes.
every time someone cusses. No, do whatever you want to do. Don't listen to what your parents want you to do. If you want to go be a drama major, go be a drama major. If you want to go teach little kids in elementary school, go teach little kids in elementary school. Do what you want to do, and you don't have to listen to your parents, even if they pay for it. In the long run, you standing up for yourself and doing whatever college degree that you want to do is going to make you happier in the long run. That's just my little PSA. That's just my little soapbox. I'm just tired of listening to people get out of college and go, oh my gosh, I'm not doing what degree I want to do, or I'm not doing what I want to do because I went and did this degree. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, Jeff.
No, I wasn't talking about Jeff.
I
wasn't
did.
talking
I know,
about Jeff.
I know.
I
was
picked my
thinking
own
about it.
degree.
I was just, it just irritates me. Like, you spend so much on college. Also, should be a free education. Just letting you know that, government. But you spend so much time and money on college. Why not do whatever you want to do? That's all I'm going to say. That's
Be who you want to be.
be who you want to be. I mean, that's
Rave that flag.
make that freak flag.
I was just gonna
fly.
say that.
I said it first. Sorry.
Such a good
from
music-
Shrek the
Such a
Musical.
good musical.
That's such a really good song. That's a really good
Oh.
ensemble song.
We saw Shrek the Musical.
What?
That was the first time I saw it.
Show. And everyone made fun of it the first time I tried to watch it.
Fucking love it.
We know.
You can ask Patrick. I'll randomly just fucking put it on.
We should
on
we
Netflix.
should do like a listen of it, and we talk about it while we're listening to it.
I fucking love it.
We should do it.
I won't talk during it.
Oh well, Larry and I might.
We'll talk,
to it.
and then you'll
And I'll
shush
take
us.
duct tape.
Oh no.
It's a beautiful musical.
It's
we know.
great.
We know. So, do we have another
Another segment?
segment coming up?
I mean,
Do we have one?
I mean, I suppose we could share a story. Oh my god.
It's my favorite
I
part.
need to warm up to that.
You knew it was coming.
That was fine.
No, but like audibly.
This is
warm
also
up?
from 5 hours ago. We put in the thing. I don't
All right,
understand.
all right,
story.
hold on. Warm up to it.
Sure. Oh.
Wait, you're not tossing your hair back and forth, so you're obviously not warmed up.
Oh.
Are we done?
Share a story. Still
Our
bad.
share a story this week. Good lord. Our share a story this week is going to be just a random college experience that we had. Like something fun, something funny, something we did in college that we had a lot of fun at. So, who wants to go first? Jeff? Larry? Me?
I thought you were just calling me out.
No,
you.
who wants to go?
You, because you just yelled all our names out.
I have to think of
wanted to make
something.
sure people were looking. I was looking
Do you
at
have a story?
I do have a story.
Okay, then you I have a story too. But you can
I've
go.
got like 3 stories.
Oh, Larry. Okay.
No, I'm only going to tell one.
Don't look
No,
horrified.
he said
No,
Larry
you-
because
You always
have more than one thing.
story.
Oh,
It was
I
a
thought you were
joke.
calling him.
No, I was
Larry.
making a jab at you, but you took it the wrong way.
Oh, to
You're
be
supposed
fair,
to be
this is one time where I've got a scrape for a story.
You should have been offended.
So, this is.
Thank you for understanding that one.
I was like, I knew exactly what you're talking about. So one time, it was when I was visiting Trisha and Amanda at Florida State, and Amanda, we were driving around in Trisha's Mustang. My best friend had a silver Mustang growing up, and when she went to college, I'm a very tall human being. So yes.
No, this is you being tall.
Oh, okay. I was
You
like,
never
what are you doing?
understand my hand
Jeff
motions.
raised his hand straight
No,
up in the
it
air.
was curved. Like
So I was like, I thought that was either do we need to pause it? Do you have to go to the potty? I
No,
mean, what's
that's
going
this.
on? Okay.
this is you being tall. 'Cause
So
He was doing a height
So
indicator.
Trisha, that no one could see except us. So I would have to sit in the back seat of the car with my head slanted, which I'm slanting at. You can't see it.
cracked my neck when I did that. That really hurt.
And so we were driving around Tallahassee, and Amanda's like, "Okay, let's go to dinner." We're like, "Okay." So she's like, "It's this really cool place I went to. It's called the Barn Burger." And we're like, Okay. And we're like, "What does it have?" She's like, "Well, burgers."
Please tell me it was in a barn.
Well, no, I'm getting there. We drive around this one road. She's like, "It's on this road." Now, this is before GPS on phone. Oh, God.
GPS existed, but it wasn't as fancy.
It wasn't on the phone, and we didn't have one of those thingies.
So you didn't
have a Garmin?
print out MapQuest before
We
you left?
did not
God,
print out
remember
MapQuest. Oh, that was so annoying. I hated
You didn't
that.
have you didn't have a Garmin.
No, we didn't have a Garmin either.
That's
we're
what I
just
mean.
driving around Tallahassee. She's like, "I know it's on this." So we're driving around, no idea where we're going, and then finally we see a place called Backyard Burger. So Amanda's like, "I think that's it." I was like, "Did you want to go inside and check?" So she goes in and checks. She's like, "This is the place." Okay. So that was one funny thing. But then while we're sitting there, my best friend Trisha said something. I can't actually at this moment. I can't even remember.
That's so
Oh
funny.
my God! Shut up, Joe.
Whoa.
Your name's not Joe. I don't know why I called you Joe.
Whoa.
Anyways,
Hey guys,
Jeff.
I'm Joe.
It would go along. I'm Alan. I'm Larry.
That's my bro.
I'm Joe.
My bro name is Joe.
That's your straight name.
Actually,
No,
one
my
of my
straight
really
name
good
would
friends'
be-
name was Joe.
Yeah.
My straight name would be just BJ.
You're right.
Oh no, I'd probably go by JP.
Yeah.
I'd probably go by JP. Yo, JP, what's up?
So, anyways, I can't remember what my best friend said, but it was literally the funniest thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. I know this story makes no sense without what, but I'm gonna ask her what she said.
We'll plug it on the Twitter and the Instagram.
We'll put it on the Twitter. I don't know, but anyways, it was really funny. It was like,
I'm gonna follow our Twitter right now.
oh jeez,
I'm gonna see
it
what
was just a really funny story. Now it makes no sense because I can't remember what she said. I thought I would remember it. I'm humming the tune in my head that she said. But anyways, it was very funny. We almost choked on our feud, and it was at Backyard Burger. And then like 2 months later, the place went down. We couldn't find it again.
Oh.
It burned down or something because it wasn't Barnyard Burger.
It's just Backyard Burger.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my fun college story, I guess.
it
It was a terrible story. I'm so sorry.
No, it was good. It was good. It was good.
I did get my very first tattoo in college. Oh, someone with no profile picture followed the Twitter.
Oh, it's me.
No, we're not following you back.
Whoa! I'll just log in and follow my damn
Not if
self.
I change the password.
That's just rude.
It's true. I'm not going to change the password. It's a really good password. What is your story, babe?
I don't think I have one.
Look, we're following Jeffrey Picard.
Not for college. And not for,
What about your college program?
Make one up. We don't have to know it's real. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. Jeff, why don't you go while Larry's thinking of something from his college program?
Well, I've mentioned humans versus zombies before.
Yes, you mentioned that. Do you have anything else?
Yeah. No, I was going to do a story. I have so many stories from that.
Okay.
Am I not allowed to do a story from it?
No, go for it.
I can do
You do you, boo-boo.
I was in college for 4 years. I have other stories.
You do you, boo-boo. It's okay.
I feel
You
disheartened
do you,
now.
boo-boo.
So I did a lot of missions based on some video games. So have you guys ever played Left 4 Dead?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, there's a zombie
knew
there.
that was gonna
There's a
happen.
zombie there called the Witch.
Okay.
Who she screams really loud, other zombies come and stuff, and she fucks you up. So, I had one person who was the original zombie be the witch during that mission. Then the humans were it was on the football field / lacrosse field. So, the main zombie was in the middle, the witch. Then I had the humans surrounding them, the witch, on whatever circle line was on there for whatever sport was playing at the time, soccer or something. So whatever that circle line was. And then the zombies' goal was to charge in and try and get the witch. Mm-hmm. So, super violent round. The humans had their Nerf guns and they were shooting and zombies were running in. So I was playing as a zombie that night because I was bored. So I took my little brother from my fraternity because he was a zombie. And I said, you're going to be my fucking shield. And see those two little girls over there? We're taking them out. And he was like, okay. So we start running, right? And he turns into he takes the 2 bullets from me. So while they're reloading, he ducks down. I jumped over him, and I slide, which we're not supposed to slide tackle, but I'm in charge, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Slide tackle these 2 girls, knock them off their feet in the air, and they slam into the ground. And I'm like, oh, you're zombies now. And they were like, you can't do that. I'm like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm in charge. And I got up and walked away.
Ow. Power went to your head.
Oh, it went to my head. So I had sock hands, which you weren't supposed to have either. So if a human came up to me and tried to, like, stun me, I just bat him. Just get him. Yeah, I was
Like
fine.
a cat.
And then I used to wear a certain coat when I was playing because it was cold because we played it in late October. Then we played it in the spring. But in October, it would get cold in New Jersey, obviously. 2 years later, I was wearing it at home and I was putting it on to go outside. And I pulled out 2 socks out of it. And my mom was like, why do you have socks in your jacket? And I was like, oh, I must have worn this during HVZ one year. Just put them on the counter and we go.
So you cheated.
No, I didn't cheat because I was the rules.
So you cheated.
I was the rules.
Doesn't matter. You had a set amount of rules.
That they couldn't break. They also couldn't wear sock hands except for specifically the rules specifically said in the
So
rule
you're
book.
saying the rules did not apply to you?
No, specifically in the rule book with the sock hands, it said no one else can except for me. I specifically wrote that.
So you cheated.
Yeah, I killed 2 girls. I didn't even know who the fuck they were. They just showed up. They weren't even... Everybody signed a waiver. You had to sign a waiver that if you got hurt playing HVZ, it was not the school's fault.
It was.
Did they also sign a waiver that the person that created the game was allowed to cheat whenever they wanted?
It was not the school's fault, and I was running it. It was a school-run function.
See, he avoided that question.
Because it's not my fault. It was you took your life into your own hands. I had one stupid idiot run into a fucking car that was parked one time. Just ran straight into it when he was trying to run away from a human or something, or a human was running away from a zombie. He was just going, not looking. And I was like, what was that? And he's on the ground. We had to take him into the student center, which is right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary, and anyone else, Jeff cheated. Wow. And he just avoided the question.
My headband's over there.
Avoiding the question.
I didn't avoid the question. I answered it.
You cheated.
I said, yeah, I took out 2 girls.
Larry, did you come up with your college type story?
Did you cheat on a test?
No. I can't. Wait, no.
What about a fun college program?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I've actually got a good college one. So, there was this girl in high school who was a little bit too overeager to try and be my girlfriend.
Jump those bones.
Oh my god. So
This is the one you know.
no, this is a different one.
I haven't met this one.
This is a different one.
Oh, story time.
And so, after you graduate high school, you're like, cool, that's over, never again. Turns out so I see her one day entering the drawing class that I was in, and I'm like, oh, in my head, I'm like, crap, I'm going to have class with her. This isn't going to be great. I'm like, okay, wow, cool. So you joined the art class with us. And she's like, well, not really. I'm like, cool, what class are you looking for? Can I help you find it? She was like, actually, I'm going to be one of the nude models today.
Ew!
She signed up because she knew you were in there. She wanted you to see them titties.
Oh.
Did you leave?
Did you see them titties?
No, I respectfully drew her nude figure. And I just...
He saw them titties.
I
Were they
did.
were they
I
nice
did.
titties?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't
For a
wanna be
girl, were they
part of
nice?
this.
I know, but for a girl, were they nice?
Okay, we changing subject.
This is JP. Were they
Oh,
nice?
yeah, and
were they
so-
nice titties?
Ew. Yeah, so the whole time I was just like, can I just go steal some alcohol from somewhere?
I'd have drawn her as a stick figure and been like, peace.
I was very respectful, but the whole time I was like, can I need to leave.
It makes it worse because she was somebody that wanted you in high school. That's gross. What's her name? I'm gonna find her on Facebook.
Put her on blast.
Put on blast.
Don't blast her.
Yeah, so that was my story.
That was actually a really funny story.
Yeah, you picked a good one.
Yeah, I
That
tried to
was
block it
much
out.
better than Jeff's
Hold it.
cheating one.
Holding back from us. At least I remembered my whole story.
You are not wrong. But to be fair, my story happened a very long time ago.
That's because you're an old man.
He is
Okay.
not.
We entered the same decade this year.
What?
I turned 30 this year.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you meant like 2020. I'm like, son,
No,
that was a whole year ago.
our age decade.
Well, it's still 3 years, and it'll be 4. No, it'll be
Then
3
we'll
years.
just have the little babies.
The same year, so that way they'll be the same age. So, moving on, getting away from those gross stories.
Titties.
Boobs.
So when
Boop, 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 boop.
Tatas.
when would you say
Did she bounce them for you?
Oh my god.
when would you so
I need to
speaking
know.
of becoming an adult,
I need to know.
I became an adult this time at this conversation right now.
when would you say
I'll find
you
out later,
stopped
guys. I'll let you
feeling-
know. I'll tweet it.
when would you say was the time you stopped feeling like you were child, teenager? When did you really feel like an adult?
When I voted in my first election.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, pretty much. It was for George W. Bush. George H.W. Bush. Bush Jr.
Little
I
Bush.
voted a Republican. Ugh, I even helped him.
I remember you talking about that.
I called other people to tell them and remind them to vote for a Republican. Sad times. Got $100 a day for it, though.
You're real old.
Good for you.
Shut up.
My first election was Obama's second term.
Oh.
Yours would have been
Uh,
Hillary versus Trump, right?
it would have been, but at the time I didn't vote.
Oh, no, you could have voted in Obama's second term.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem was during his first term, I was 17.
You can vote when you're 17.
Not in New Jersey, I don't think you can.
Florida, you can.
Not in New Jersey.
If you're going to turn, from what I understand.
I wasn't turning 18 that year.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
You have to be. You have to turn.
If you're going to turn 18 by the time that they're inaugurated, then you can do it. So you could not have.
No,
Yeah, see, I could.
I turned 17 that year.
Actually, I turned 18 that year. Oh my god.
No, you're an old man.
Yeah, no, in the
He's not denying it.
I'm not. I'm old.
Not you. I was saying him.
in where I was at, it was like super cool to not be political, which made a lot of sense because we were all mostly middle class white kids in Central America. Well, not Central America, Midwest America. Central America, Mexico? No.
Of the United States.
Yes. Midwest United States. And so, like, it was mostly just like, we're going to avoid conflict severely. And so I didn't vote because I didn't think to. Now as an adult, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's one of the only powers I have. I need to vote. But yeah, I can't remember. It would have been
Obama's second term.
That would have been the first time I would have been able to vote.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's
So
what
I was thinking when you said like George Bush, I was like, damn.
George Bush Jr. Yeah, it was when he was against Al Gore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I helped him win.
You helped him get the state of Florida.
I called people. I was like, hey, don't forget to vote. And some of them were like, thank you. Other of them were like, fuck off.
Whoa.
But no, that's what I felt like an adult. I mean, I don't know about everybody else's, but
I felt like an adult the first time I had to fill out lease papers for renting an apartment, and I couldn't ask anyone else to fill them out because it needed my signature and my information from me.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much. What about you, Jeff?
Probably when I graduated college. It's just that feeling. I just remember laying in bed like the last night and just like, fuck. Like now
There's
that
no more school after this.
now that school's over, I really have to like do life.
What the
Like,
fuck am I gonna do now?
Exactly. And I worked at a movie theater.
That's cool. I can see you work in a movie theater.
Worked
You'd
at
be an
A-
interesting person to work in a movie theater.
Worked at AMC.
The big AMC.
See, then we would have been friends in college, so I could go see movies with you.
I did get free movies.
Yeah, I had a
saw-
friend who worked at AMC.
We
also.
saw Breaking Dawn Part 2 for free at midnight.
Ooh.
We pre-screened it.
I saw Dark Knight.
I saw Marvel's Avengers 2 days before it came out.
Oh, nice.
I saw Dark Knight preview because we did it didn't get unlocked until 7 a.m. So we watched Batman Begins, Dark Knight, into The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It was always just so late. My parents freaked out. Like, they'd be like, because we would have to wait for the movie theater to close, and then it would have to be completely cleaned, and then you could see the movie. And I always told my parents this, like, all the time. And they were like, they just kept going. They would start sending me text messages at like 1 o'clock. And I was like, I'm still watching the movie.
Yeah. I would see The Amazing Spider-Man 2. We saw that one. I saw Medea. Which one? Witness Protection. Magic Mike.
That was fun.
Ooh.
We watched that before Spider-Man, I think.
I mean, that's a great movie to go to.
I saw the Lego movie.
Still haven't seen like a movie.
Awesome.
It's right there.
Now, do you feel that from college, high school, college, and then being an adult, do you feel like your personality has changed and the way you view things have changed?
When people actually know I'm gay, I act gayer. If that makes
Fair.
sense.
Yeah.
That is actually a 100% true statement about you.
Because I don't pretend not to be gay. But I think my mannerisms come out more because, I don't know. Maybe it's just a subconscious thing that I'm just like, oh, whatever. But not that I act like, hey, I'm not like that. But I'm not Alan. But
Rude?
there we go. There was a gasp. But like, I don't know. I feel like I don't act gay normally. So unless you don't know I'm gay, you won't. Unless you know I'm gay, you won't know I'm gay.
Well, when I first met you, I did not know you were gay.
Yeah, because I don't act like it. I just chill. I'm just Jeff.
I just thought you were a poorly dressed straight man.
I had a button-up shirt and khakis on.
Yeah, but they were wrinkled.
Yeah, of course they're wrinkled. I'm not gonna iron them.
And those dirty jeans.
The jeans were so faded.
First off, I didn't wear jeans for a long time.
He didn't wear jeans all of training.
I wore button-up shirts for like the first 2 months I was working there. Then I was over it.
Yeah.
But I don't act. I feel like my personalities stay the same. I'm probably more extroverted than I used to be. Not that I was ever an introvert, but I definitely go out more now. Like, I didn't go out in high school, which it's hard to go out in high school. But like, I'd have friends over and stuff. But I just played World of Warcraft every day.
Right. That
And
makes
like,
sense.
I have a lot of internet friends, like online friends and stuff like that too. So, like, we meet in video games and stuff like that, and then we'll just continue playing video games and we'll talk and stuff like that. So why are you giving me that weird look?
Because I was just thinking about something that I used to do
That's not what I am talking about.
Back in the day, but with internet friends. No, no,
Snapchat didn't exist yet. So.
no. This was MySpace. We used to create. We would role play, but we would role play like on with characters that we've made that were Harry Potter things. Like there,
A Harry Potter RP.
there was yeah.
So D&D before you played D&D officially.
Yeah, but it was on the walls of your Facebook. MySpace, and you would create new profiles.
If you guys want to follow my MySpace, you can.
Oh, mine's gone. All of them are gone.
Are they all gone?
All 10 of
I would
them
be-
are gone.
Did you delete them or are they like...
No, I deleted them.
Oh, my MySpace still exists. I'm going to go see if I can find it.
I had one of them was this is before all of the books came out.
Uh-huh.
So I always wanted Harry and Hermione to get together. So this was Harry and Hermione's
It's still like it's MySpace.
son's son. And I was gay.
Uh-huh.
And then I would go to Hogwarts, and of course I was a Gryffindor. And then I had one where I was Malfoy's daughter. No, I was Malfoy's son. And then of course I married a guy. And then I.
So you were coming out gay.
This
you
is
just weren't coming
so
out gay.
embarrassing. No, I mean I had 3 babies.
Uh-huh.
As a male, had 3 babies.
'Cause magic.
They were the charmed ones.
That makes so much sense.
It was so crazy. But that was my when you said internet friends, that reminded me
We
of
did
internet
not.
friends.
We do not do that.
Yeah, that's what we did.
We play video games, like bro games, like Call of Duty.
We would like have chats, not chats, but we would have like on the wall of your Facebook, and we would do things. They were long. They were wonderful creative writing tools.
Did I ever tell you how I met my one online friend?
No.
We
I didn't know you had online friends until now.
No, you know about him. I've talked about him before. We met in Final Fantasy 14. We were doing a dungeon. And I had my keyboard and I would type every now and then because I played on the PS4. Mm-hmm. And I don't usually type that often unless someone's trying to talk to me. So he said something to me, like he wanted one of the drops that was dropping, and I didn't need it. And I said, sure. And he had this hat on, his little character, because we played his little Lawfells, which are like the little cute little tiny ones. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, your hat's so cute. And he was like, thanks, man. And we just started talking about Pokemon and all this stupid shit.
Oh.
6 years later, we still text every day.
Oh, that's
Look
so
at that.
sweet.
It's Hayden. I've told you about Hayden.
No.
I have. He just doesn't pay attention.
I do pay attention, but we talk so much about so many different things, it's very, very hard for me to remember everything we've talked about.
Anyway, we talk like every day.
But, so going back, moving
He even
back
texted
to
me today
our...
to see if I was okay afterwards.
Sorry. So do you think that your personality has immensely changed?
No, I think I'm still the same personality. It's just more...
Open and out?
Yeah, I'm super sarcastic now. I was sarcastic back in the day, but nowadays, like, that's
Can't
my...
have a conversation without
That is
dripping
me.
with sarcasm.
Really? Wow, I couldn't tell.
Or I'm super passive-aggressive. It depends on what...
You
the
are
mood.
very super passive-aggressive.
Super passive-aggressive.
That doesn't come across at all.
You should see some of the text messages where I'm like, why are you being such an ass?
But I'm not really being one.
But it comes off like that.
Sorry, I came out of anesthesia, and you're like, stop being an asshole. And I was like, I'm not
You
trying
text
to
me.
be.
I didn't text you when you were coming out of anesthesia.
No, it was past after me texting you. And I said something back to you, and you said, don't be rude as hell. I was like,
No, I did not. I said, don't be an ass.
I was like, I don't know. No, you said rude as hell, don't be an ass, I think. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm looking it up.
We're finding the receipts.
I want.
The reader seats.
Let's see.
You know, I
Yeah, you can talk.
Go ahead.
I would say that my personality's only changed in so much that from high school to college, the college program, I kind of buried a little bit of who I was.
Oh, you said don't be an ass.
That's what I said.
And then I'm slowly uncovering bits of myself as I kind of grow into like my adult version.
I find something different that I love about you every day.
Oh, you see.
I'll add something to my personality that I didn't know. I'd always been, don't get offended, adamantly not against, but didn't understand why guys would wear makeup or anything like that. Not that hold on, let me finish my sentence. I just didn't see the point. But ever since Alan showed me Drag Race, I appreciate it a little bit more.
It's a form of self-expression that you wear on your face.
It's also a super form of entertainment. Super fun thing. Like, I mean, I was against. It's gonna sound so bad. I was against drag queens when I was younger. Mm-hmm. I had a date, a normal date with someone, and then I blew them off because I didn't want to date them anymore. And then they showed up to my house. Well, this is my apartment, so showed up to my house in like Ursula drag at 3:30 in the morning, yelling at me.
Probably a good thing you stopped dating, though.
Well, no, we only went on one date.
Right.
They yelling at me why I haven't returned their phone call. Like, I was against drag queens and watching drag shows for like 5 years. And then, of course, you know, you see some people in drag and it's
starting to like it.
Well, I mean, it's also not a thing for everybody. So I'm not going to be offended if you don't like it.
Well, I'm trying.
It's the far end of flamboyant.
I think I'm more open to doing gayer things. Does that make sense? Not that I'm having... Well, I just don't like doing gay things. I hate gay people. That's bad to say on a gay podcast, but they're annoying. Depending on who
we are annoying.
You were at first.
Not they are annoying.
You were.
We are annoying.
I'm straight, bro.
Oh my gosh.
JP.
Larry and I say it all the time that we didn't get to do a lot of things that typical gay men do when we are growing up.
I never went clubbing.
I mean, I went clubbing.
I didn't.
I mean, there wasn't anything around Colorado.
Nope.
But like, I guess, but that just has, that point has when people are, when you come out, you just get more comfortable with being yourself. You know, I don't think anyone should have to come out, but.
What about you?
My personality has changed a lot since school and even coming out. I think I show a little bit more introvertedness sometimes. I do have times where I'm super introverted. But other than that, I feel that coming out has made it to where I'm more myself. I feel more comfortable, you know, doing things that I would never have saw. But that's also just moving out of your hometown. When you move out of your hometown, you're a different person. You get to be somebody, and you don't always feel like you're being judged. And I think that's a big thing is, yes, everyone judges everybody all the time growing up. But even now, oh my God, you just said not 10 minutes ago that you were giving me the most judgy eyes you've ever given anyone ever.
One of Patrick's favorite story about me and my mom is we were at a restaurant, and we came outside, and this lady was wearing some outfit. And my mom and I came out and stood next to each other. We both simultaneously looked at the lady, looked down, looked up, and looked back. And Patrick's like, I had never seen two people judge someone so hard in a synchronized look, except for that moment.
Larry and I, when we are looking at the same person, we will go, uh-huh. Yep, you don't even have to say anything, and then we just walk away. But no, you just become more comfortable with yourself. I know that I'm more comfortable with myself, and just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think we're always growing.
Yeah,
and you find things out that you like, but you didn't know you liked, because maybe you were too scared to try it, or too scared to look into it, or you're just so ew, why would I want to do that? But then you try it.
Right, and I think that's growing up. I think that's a big thing, especially being gay, when you don't get to be as gay as you were when you were younger.
Especially trying new foods. You know, I just wish people would try new foods all the time.
I wish people would try new foods. I like to try new foods.
Oh, yes. New foods are the best.
New drinks, new foods, all that kind of good stuff. What about you, babe? Do you think your personality's changed since you were in school?
He said yeah.
I did while y'all were looking up the receipts, but I would say so. Only in so much that
he's big.
Right. After I came out, I repressed a lot of who I was, and I repressed so much.
You
of
did
myself.
say that. I'm so sorry. I don't mean for you to have to repeat yourself.
But then, especially after you and I got together, I got to kind of uncover so much of not only who I was, but who I'm growing into. And I feel so much more myself now than I ever have.
Well, I think that's also included when you have someone that you can be yourself around 100%. Even though you may think being alone Like if you're just alone in a room, you can't be your 100% self. Because you don't have anybody to
Not
talk
always.
to.
I can't be sarcastic to myself. I'm perfect.
Unless
so-
you look in the mirror, you're like "Meh, meh, meh."
No, I'm perfect.
But you know what I mean? Like when you're in a group of people, or when you're married to someone, or you're getting married, or things like that, you realize, okay, you're the person that can be myself around it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff happen when you're an adult.
Life Part 2.
Life Part 2, guys. That's kind of fun.
Why don't you guys email us some of your life stories? Maybe
That'd
we can
be
get a new
fun.
segment going on. Right?
Emails from people.
Emails from
The gaggle of giggles.
I'd say the gays, but not everyone's gay who listens to the podcast. Probably.
That's true.
It'll be
So-
our gaggle of gigglers.
They'll be our gaggle of gigglers.
Are our fans called gigglers?
Have you not been seeing the hashtags that I've been doing?
Did you know we have a Twitter?
Yeah, it's Twitter.
Did you know we tweet on it though?
Yeah, I tweet on it.
I know. Actually, that's true. I do see your guys' retweets of the tweets, so I guess I should have known we had a Twitter.
And what is our Twitter at?
Whoa! 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 They can email us at gigglesandgays@gmail.com. And where can they tweet us at?
Twitter! At Giggles and Gays on Twitter.
Which I now follow. Alan? What can they
what's up?
Instagram us with?
At Giggles and Gays.
Slide into those DMs.
Yeah, but not dirty pictures. Don't do that again.
We did
know
get one
who you
picture.
are.
We got one picture.
You know who you are.
We got that one pic so far. And didn't I ask for Zac Efron's pictures one time? I did, I think.
Yeah,
I think
you
so.
Now I definitely need them because he's the
did.
man
Jiminy
crush.
Christmas.
Was he this man crush? Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Uh,
So long ago.
you can also post nice pictures of him on our Facebook at Giggles and Gays.
Yeah, just hit us up with anything you want to listen to, anything you want us to talk about. We've got a whole bunch of Mondays to fill between now and the end of the year. So hit us up. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll talk about anything that any of you want to talk about. We'll make a
Except
whole episode about it.
For boobies.
No, we won't talk about that. Also, random fact for you. Please make sure if you're in Georgia, you're voting. We don't have anybody that listens to us in Georgia, but hey, vote. Yeah, because that's coming soon.
the
Or it's
Senate
already passed, or,
runoff.
Whatever. We have no idea what's going
And
on.
you know
You
what?
really just like saying to vote.
Well,
I'm
you
very
know what?
passionate about voting.
Yeah,
If-
you told all the Republicans to.
That was so long ago. I think by being as gay and as flamboyant as I am, I think it's made up for it.
That's your punishment.
I think, especially, say you don't know if votes are going on in your area, just look it up real quick.
Yeah, if
Take
you're
2
Georgia, you're
seconds
definitely
to-
votes are going on.
So look it up, be like, hey, and not only am I registered to vote, but are any elections coming up soon that I should be aware of that maybe I should just be ready for? Because even if it's minor things, that's how things get changed, is by changing things in your hometowns, in your home counties, in your states, and then those changes ripple through.
Yeah, also wear a mask and wash your hands.
Also, while you're discovering that we have a Twitter page and following it, retweet those tweets too, because we want everybody listening to it. So please,
Everybody!
you can follow the podcast on all listening devices. Hit those like buttons. Give us those 5 stars. Hit us a review. A nice review.
Hit the little bell on the top and let's make sure you know whenever we tweet.
Notifications. Turn on those notifications.
Also, anyone that we've talked about in the podcast, you may come on the podcast. Also, any of the sponsors that we've talked about, you guys can,
I think there's
sponsor
only
us.
one person who doesn't want to come on the podcast that we've talked
Yeah,
about.
that's fair. That's
Who?
fair. My story.
45.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That too. Two.
No,
Yeah,
she
no,
needs
he
to
can't
come.
come on
She
the
needs to
story.
come on because I need to know if she bounced those titties.
Oh my gosh. No.
Oh my gosh. We've been Giggles and Gays. I'm Larry.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Jeff, and you guys keep calm and giggle on.
Wear a mask, bitches.